met and I told you I'm going to tell and share one of the greatest plays we'll be watching and also listening to the audio tracks of a play written by William Shakespeare. Can you name it? I told you before going. What is it? Yes, one of you?
Macbeth?
Yes! Wow! Trivia! That's very good. Today we are going to do one of the most interesting scenes and we are going to listen. And I hope you are going to be very interested in this activity. And I want this class to be interactive as we have always done. That means I will be doing a pair work with all of you. So we are 6, so I'll be dividing you into 3 groups. And I want 3 people to be the witches. And we're going to watch this fantastic character, how they come into the scene. So let's see Act 1, Scene 1, a play written by William Shakespeare, and the name of the play is Macbeth. Very good. So if I asked you, is it a tragedy or a comedy, which I'm going to tell and show you? So what is it exactly?
It's a tragedy.
Is it a tragedy? Okay, very good. So what is tragedy? Is it some part of a literature or is it some farce? What do you call it? If it is a poem, if it's a drama, or if it's a fiction, what is it? The exact term we use is, in literature, it's a genre. It's a genre. Genre, yes. And this play was written during the time period in the history. The period is 1599, somewhere up to 1600. He wrote one of these great tragedies. And as I told you, Shakespeare's tragedies were indeed based on the war background of Scotland, England, and mostly it is based on the Elizabethan court, because Queen Elizabeth was ruling England that time. So we can see most of his plays are written in a typical manner where the court scenes are based on the Elizabethan ways of writing the play and how they behaved and how they dressed. Now in this audio track, which I brought for you, it's on my laptop, I would be starting with the Act 1, Scene 1. Could you bring it a bit closer, dear? Yes, and the meanwhile, you could listen to this.
Ross Clement. End of Dramatis Personae. Act 1 of The Tragedy of Macbeth. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Tragedy of Macbeth by William Shakespeare. Act 1, Scene 1. A desert place. Thunder and lightning. Enter 3 witches.
When shall we 3 meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth.
I come, Gromachin.
Paddock calls.
Anon. Fair is foul, and foul is fair.
Hover through the fog and filthy air.
Exeunt. Act 1, Scene 2. A camp near Forres. Alarm within. Enter Duncan, Malcolm, Donalbain, Lennox, with attendants, meeting a bleeding sergeant.
What bloody man is that? He can report, as seemeth by his plight, of the revolt, the newest state.
This is the sergeant who, like a good and hardy soldier, fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend! Say to the king the knowledge of the broil as thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their heart. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel, fought at the multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. From the western isles, of kerns and gallow glasses is supplied, and fortune, on his damned quarrel smiling, showed like a rebel's horn. But all's too weak, for brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name, disdaining fortune, with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution, like Valor's minion, carved out his
for him, and is planning great things for him. And after that, the pages move on to the scene where the queen is very happy that her husband has been totally victorious in the war against the Norways, and there is going to be a great exchange. And now Banquo has also entered the scene, and I will be giving you tomorrow again a paper where you will be seeing something very, maybe it is unkind, maybe it is to do with the greed, and what is going to happen next. Okay, we'll learn that. For today, we'll stop here. A small recap. Today, what did we hear? What did we hear on my
We
laptop?
heard about the prophecies by the three witches.
Not only that, but what is it called? I've used a special gadget, a high-tech thing to be told on this. Is it a novel?
No.
Is it only a scene? Is it a movie? Or is it a track?
It's a track.
What track is it? Which track? It's called what?
It's the audio-visual track.
It's the audio track of the play
Macbeth.
written by,
William Shakespeare.
and which genre did we discuss?
Play.
Genre?
Play.
It's also known as,
Tragedy.
the play is also known as a drama, okay, in literature, and it is a
Tragedy.
And why do you think it is a tragedy, especially when the beginning is so good? Why do you think it must be? Just brainstorm your mind.
Because of the element of
Same 3 points.
yes, lust, greed and ambition and power for power.
Yes, so there is going to be a lot of bloodshed. There are going to be killings, and when somebody is killed and the ending is not very good and it's not peaceful, it goes into an unhappy ending. So Macbeth does have an unhappy ending, but how it happens, it's yet to be unraveled. Thank you, class. Thanks a lot. And I would like you to color those pictures and the paper which I've given you about the three witches, and I want you to go and find out from your book what are these three weird sisters doing at the heat, okay? And
Yes.
I want you to fill in the place, the time in your that worksheet. I have asked you what is this place, where are the witches,
Yes.
how many witches, and to whom are they talking, okay? And
Yes,
what
ma'am.
if they're telling in future that word is a
Prophecy.
special word. So very good. So we have learned so much of vocabulary today, and we'll stop for the day. Thank you for a beautiful class. Thank you,
Thank you,
Sunita,
ma'am.
for being so good and kind. You have helped me a lot in today's class.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.